run a skincare and cosmetics company, and if that's not face-to-face, I just don't know what is. However, they can help you multiply your presence, letting you work smarter, not harder. So think about this. When you're looking for something, whether it's a pair of shoes or many pairs of shoes, or you're looking for someone to repair your dishwasher, where do you go? Where's the first place you go? It's online. Well, you're not alone. Because did you know 7 out of 10 Americans use social media? And as you heard, they spend over 2 hours a day on social media. 40% use social media to find out about new brands, products, or services before making a purchase. Well, I know you don't want to hear this just from me. So we've asked 2 of your sister independent sales directors to share how they're working with both digital tools and social media. Would you please help me welcome Independent Sales Director Yalitza Mendoza and Independent Senior Sales Director Kathy Bullard. Audience is just like, oh, we gotta hear what they have to say. Okay, so let's get started because I ask you here both because you have been having great success in your own businesses using social media, apps, and other digital tools to sell your Mary Kay products, along with, of course, our traditional face-to-face selling. So let's start by talking about how you've incorporated these into your businesses. Does that sound good?
Yes.
Okay, so I know you're ready. And Yalitza, I'm going to ask you to start us off by talking about what you've been calling indirect selling. Can you tell us about that?
Absolutely. I use Instagram to share my life with my followers. Not just my Mary Kay business, but other parts of my life too. There's so much noise in social media. The last thing I want to do is turn people off by constantly bombarding them with information about our business and products. If Mary Kay is the only thing on my Instagram, people are going to stop following. I look at an opportunity to market my life, myself, and my business. I want to showcase choices and flexibility that I have because of my Mary Kay business. That's what influencers do. They make you want to have what they have. So, be an influencer. We are Mary Kay influencers. So here's an example of indirect selling. It's a picture of me wearing the Spice of Life matted lipstick. The caption reads, "This neutral #matted lipstick reminds me of my favorite fall drink, chai tea latte, surprise. LOL, my favorite part of fall is the change in my wardrobe, and I'm all about neutrals and earth tones at the moment." Now guys, notice, I didn't say DM me today to purchase now. Instead, I followed up with hashtags, and I always get responses from followers asking me about product, and I can reach out and ask them face to face.
I love this term, indirect selling, because social media is so great for creating that FOMO, fear of missing out, and it makes sense that you want to showcase your lifestyle and your love of these Mary Kay products, which of course helps people want to have your advice.
Yes, the average person spends 2 hours on social media. So I want to make sure when they're scrolling, they see something from me. Whether it's a video of my husband and I using the eye patches and talking about how great they are, or maybe it's a picture of me and my daughter, and I talk about how great it is to be my own boss, and I get to spend quality time with her. It's all about connecting. By sharing your authentic self in a way that makes them want to know you more.
I just love that you use the word connect, since that's what we're all about.
I mean, that's right. I think time is one of the biggest obstacles that we face today. People are so busy in their everyday lives that they are more protective of their free time. So I see social media as a technology, as another way to build relationships and connect with potential customers. They get to know you first through social media, and then they realize they want to be in your space. Someone I meet while I'm out and about comfortable with me coming to their house and doing a skincare party. But they will normally feel okay with me finding them on Facebook or following me on Instagram. Through social media, they can see what I'm all about, and then they can build a relationship from there. Everyone is different, so I try to be mindful of what they're comfortable with.
I just love this. So now, what if you're not quite ready, and some of you may not be quite ready yet to create your own posts? What do you suggest?
You guys, the company has made it so easy for us by providing tons of images that we can simply copy and paste. Even the words provided if you're not sure what to say. For example, this is a post of the new Mary Kay Hydrogel Eye Patches. All I did was go on Digital Post tab on the quarterly product central page on InTouch. I downloaded the image I like best, and then I copied and pasted the recommended verbiage, and I added it to the Facebook post. It was so simple and so effective. I got so many responses from the post that it took maybe 30 seconds to do.
That is definitely a good use of your time, effective and simple. Well, we've covered social media as a selling or indirect selling tool. Next, let's talk about apps. I have a few stats about mobile apps I thought you might be interested in. Mobile apps account for 57% of all digital media usage. On average, users open an app between 1 and 10 times a day, and mobile users are spending 87% of their time in apps on their phone versus just 13% on the web. Also, in 2019, there were a total of 194 billion, with a B, app downloads, which was up from 178 billion in 2018. So I don't know about you, but I feel really good about Mary Kay getting into this apps business because it's definitely not going away anytime soon. Let's start with the SkinSight app. And Kathy, I know you've been having great success with this app. Can you share a little bit with us about how you're incorporating it into your business?
Absolutely. First, I want to say that I think it's so important for us as leaders to get our people excited about this technology. We are the first direct selling company to have a skin analysis app, and you guys, it gives us such a competitive edge, and the best part, it's free. So here's how I've been using the app. The SkinSight app is a way for me to break the ice. I offer to pop over to their office during their lunch break. It takes me 10 minutes to quickly do their analysis. Now, of course, if they're at work, they're usually wearing makeup. So I'll say, this is what it shows with your makeup on. Let's pick a time to get together to do your analysis without makeup on so you can get the best results. That can easily become a booking where she invites a couple of friends and they get to see me using the SkinSight app on her as a hostess perk. Then I can turn that into a separate facial or party with me. For group selling, I offer each attendee at my appointment the chance to have a skin analysis using the SkinSight app. Here's a quick overview of what that looks like. First, I share that the SkinSight uses the most advanced and scientifically based facial skin recommendation technology. I really want to romance the experience. If you click on the hamburger menu in the upper left corner of the app, there's a drop-down menu. Click on About SkinSight, and you can find the words you need to romance the app. Then everyone takes off their makeup, and I scan each person's face. Then I individually go over each person's analysis and product recommendations. Every appointment is going to be different. Sometimes they'll just try a product on the back of their hand. Sometimes they'll immediately purchase the product that was recommended by the app. But the goal is to book each person for their own skincare party. People are always interested in learning about themselves, so the idea of personalized skin analysis is really appealing. This has been a way for me to engage potential customers who previously didn't have the time.
I love that. And can you just share your thoughts on why you think this app has been working so well to help you just sell product?
Yes, I think it's partially because the customers see this cool technology, and you guys, it's really cool technology. Plus, it's like an impartial third party is recommending the product. It's not just me recommending a product. But I will say that product knowledge is critical when using the app. You need to be familiar with the product the app is recommending so you can really speak to the why with your customers. For example, this customer is showing low to moderate uneven skin tone, and the app recommends the TimeWise microdermabrasion set. Being able to explain how this product can help address her uneven skin tone is key to making the sale.
Wow, this is really next level customer service. And you've got cool technology and your Mary Kay product knowledge and expertise.
I mean, really, it feels like modernizing and re-energizing Mary Kay and the whole Mary Kay opportunity as a whole. When your customers or potential customers see the use of this technology, people are impressed on how professional it looks. So speaking of professional, it's also important to make sure your pictures and videos on posts on Instagram or Facebook look professional as well. I always make sure the lighting is right, and even add some extra light on my phone with a little ring light if I'm really feeling dimly lit. If it's a video, maybe a cute background with some fun little music in the back. I make sure whatever text is grammatically correct and professional. Mary Kay has a person at corporate responsible for marketing to consumers, right? Well, I do it. I'm in charge of the marketing of my own Mary Kay business. I receive referrals because of the followers that repost and share my posts on their pages. Then their friends see and want to know more of how they can learn more. But it only happens because it's professional looking post that's worth reposting.
It's like we're in the 21st century version of that Mary Kay Ash quote, telegraph, telephone, tell a woman. Now it's post, repost, tweet, retweet. We're there for sure. So Kathy, I believe you have incorporated also some of the other apps into your business and have enjoyed that as well. Tell us a little bit about that.
Of course, the Mirror Me app is so much fun. This is a great way to introduce customers to all the amazing color products we have, and it's something I mentioned during a skincare party. I'll say something like Mary Kay is so high tech. Check out this app you can download for free called Mirror Me. If you'll go in and play around with the looks and text me your favorite, you'll get a special gift from me. This has been a great way for me to get bookings from bookings.
So it helps to sell products and it's a great booking technique.
Exactly. All of these items were created by the company to make it easier for us, and you guys, they really work. Something as simple as the Look e-catalog. If I have a new independent beauty consultant in my unit call me and say that she is out of paper lookbooks, I have her text out the digital version. It's simple, it's free, and best of all, her customers can keep shopping.
It's so convenient. I also love the digital showcase. It's got so much great stuff. The digital flip chart, the looks collection, team building videos, and more. My favorite is the looks collection. With 10 great looks and shareable videos, this has really taken the guesswork out of selling color.
Those looks are so gorgeous. And I'm so glad it's helping you in your business. And using all of the resources we've talked about could be a powerful way to support the idea that Allison mentioned earlier, which is why not start and have a power start, 30 faces in 30 days. What a great way to kick off this new year of 2020. And speaking of the new year and the time, I can't believe we're almost out of time. Kathy, any final words for our audience today?
Yes, I would love to say that you should be brave and make 2020 the year to learn some new things and go out and have fun with these amazing apps and resources. You can totally do it.
We do believe in you. You can do this. Keely, so what about you?
I do. And this kind of echoes what Regina said earlier. I think there might be a perception that utilizing social media isn't a good use of your time, or that it keeps you from making personal connection. I view it as another way to make personal connection. Social media is embedded in our culture. With the way buying habits are changing, I feel like using social media this way can be a more natural process. It can never replace personal connection, ever. But we still need to create skincare parties because as humans, we crave that, and it's what the Mary Kay opportunity is all about. In fact, one of the things that I like to do at my skincare parties is I write my Instagram handle on one of our 10 cards that's in the starter kit. And then I ask guests to follow me. It's just another way to connect. It's a part of the layering process that makes my Mary Kay business work in full circle.
Ladies, this has been such a great and informative conversation. Thank you so much for your time and all of these great tips. And remember, if you all have questions about the things we've been discussing today, you can always go to InTouch. But while you're here, please visit the Digital Zone in the Expo while you're here, because there are staff members ready to answer your questions. You can see the hours up on the screen. And Yelitza and Kathy, I just want to thank you so much for joining us here today, sharing your invaluable time and your knowledge. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please join me in giving